yes, it's Olga. I know you've been waiting for this video for a very long time, and today we're finally going to talk about juicing. If you're new to the world of juice making, you're going to find this video especially useful because we're going to talk about juicing benefits. I'll tell you exactly why I personally love it so much. We're going to talk about juices versus smoothies, which one is better. I'll give you some of my personal tips, and I'm going to answer the question that is on everybody's mind: what to do with the pulp. At the end of the video, I will also show you 3 very easy and delicious juicing recipes that I personally love. Right now, let's get started. So what are the benefits of juicing and why is it becoming more and more popular? Personally, I've been juicing on a regular basis for almost 2 years now. I drink about 2 to 4 cups of green juice about 4 times a week. And to be honest, no other food makes me feel as healthy as a freshly made green juice does, and here's why. Just minutes after you drink your green juice, you receive a highly concentrated dose of minerals, vitamins, and enzymes. Think about how many fruits and vegetables goes into making 4 cups of juice. It's actually a lot. It would be pretty much impossible for you to eat that amount of fruits and vegetables in their whole form in one sitting. But juicing makes it possible for you to absorb all of those nutrients. And the best part is you absorb them pretty much immediately and much easier because juice is in its liquid form. By removing the fiber, you give your digestive system a rest because it doesn't have to break down any of the solid foods. So nutrients go directly into your cells and your bloodstream. Drinking green juice also has an alkalizing effect on your body, which helps to balance your pH. When your blood becomes too acidic, it can lead to many horrible symptoms. For me, it's especially important because, as you might know, I used to suffer with chronic acid reflux. So I try to eat as many alkaline foods as possible, and making green juice is a great way for me to ensure that I do. Juicing also helps to increase your energy levels, reduce inflammation in the body. It helps your body to cleanse and detox. It promotes brain health, prevents many diseases. It helps with weight loss and also improves your immune system. And I know all of those are big and impressive words, but what do they actually mean? The only thing I can tell you for sure is how juicing changed my life and what effect it had on my body. So the biggest difference I saw was the change in my energy levels. I used to be always tired. I would wake up tired in the morning, I would be tired during the day, I would still be tired when I'm about to go to sleep. Once I started juicing, suddenly I had all this energy and I no longer wanted to take 500 naps during the day. So it was actually an amazing thing. Another big change for me was improved digestion and improved elimination. Since I was a child, I used to have many digestive problems, stomach pains, gas, constipation, you name it. All those things that you really don't want to talk about. Once I incorporated juicing into my diet and just started to eat better overall, I noticed a tremendous improvement in my digestive health. And it was actually really weird to not have stomach problems anymore because I got so used to them. Isn't that crazy? But anyways, for me personally, juicing made a huge difference on how I digest food and eliminate it. When it comes to beauty benefits and the way you look, the biggest change for me was definitely how clear my skin got. When I juice regularly, I definitely noticed that I have less breakouts. My skin also gets smoother and not as dry. Guys, trust me, I do not have a perfect skin. I struggled with acne for the majority of my life. So not having to use a special acne cream or some crazy medication to have less pimples is a huge thing for me. And I know some of these benefits you can get from drinking green juices, eating more salads, or just eating more vegetables, and it's hard for me to explain how it works, but just drinking juices has such an amazing effect on my body. It makes me feel so good and so healthy right away that I don't think any other food has the same effect for me personally. Again, I want to emphasize that all of us are different, so juicing might not have the same effect on your body, but for me personally, it is something special. It gives me an instant boost of energy, boost of happiness and health, so that's why I keep doing it. Now let's talk about the equipment that I use for juicing. So I have a Hurom slow juicer that I got about 2 years ago, and I'm really happy with that machine. It juices all of the vegetables and fruits really well, and it leaves the pulp dry, meaning that it extracts as much juice as possible. Because I juice on a regular basis, I really got used to using the machine, so it doesn't take me too long to prepare the juice and then clean the juicer after. The task of deciding what juicer to get could actually be pretty tough. I spent hours reading different reviews online. There is actually a very useful channel on YouTube. I think it's called discountjuicers.com, and it's run by John. He does a lot of reviews of different juicers and he gives you his top choices, so definitely check it out if you're in the market for a new juicer. If a juicer is not in your budget but you happen to have a blender at home, there is actually a way to make juice in a blender. All you have to do is combine all of the ingredients in a blender, add a little bit of water to make the blending easier, and then you just blend everything like you would do with a smoothie. Then you get a straining bag or a sieve, you place it on top of a bowl and pour the juice through it. That helps to remove the pulp and convert your smoothie into a juice. To drink and store my juices, I use mason jars. I have a bunch of small and big ones, and you guys are asking me where do I get my mason jars. I actually never bought a mason jar in my life. I just have them left over from things that were inside of them, so I never really had to buy any. I just collect those. I also use my glass straw for drinking the juice, which I showed you in my favorites video. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about juice cleanses by now. Some of you might even tried it. Now there are a lot of people who are for them and a lot of people who are against them. If you're not sure what a juice cleanse or a juice fasting is, it's basically drinking only juices for a period of time. It could be one day or it could be even multiple weeks. Fasting existed for many years. A lot of people do it for cultural reasons, religious reasons, and of course for health reasons. So how does it help your body? When you consume solid food, and especially junk food, it actually requires a lot of energy for your body to break it down and digest it. Because juices are in liquid form, you now have all this extra energy that you can direct towards healing your body and detoxifying it. There are a few types of juice cleanses. Some of them could take a few days and some of them could take multiple weeks. Personally, I've never done a long-term juice cleanse. The maximum for me was 3 days. It's really recommended that if you attempt to do a long-term juice cleanse, that it's done under supervision. For me personally, whatever I do when it comes to my diet, I always try to listen to my body, and at this point 3 days is the maximum for me. At that point I start craving solid foods, so I just start eating them again. Cleansing is not about starvation or restrictions, so if you try to do it, please listen to your body, and if it's feeling miserable, please go back to solid foods. Most of the time I do juice cleanse just for 1 day, but even that is enough to see amazing results. I use juice cleansing as a way to restore balance in my body. If I had a week of bad food choices because I was traveling or because I was really busy, I do a quick juice cleanse for 1 day or 2 to kind of bring that balance back in my body and get myself on track to eating healthy. Let me know in the comments if you've tried juice cleansing before and what your experience has been like. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that juice cleansing is for everybody. If you have a certain health condition or if you're pregnant, you should not be attempting a juice cleanse. Also, if you feel completely miserable during the cleanse, maybe that's your body telling me, hey my friend, this is not for you. If you want me to make a separate video talking about juice cleansing and telling you how I do it exactly, give this video a thumbs up and I'll film that video for you. A comment that I receive very often is, what is the point of a juice? You just remove all the good fiber, you might as well just make a smoothie because it's so much healthier. So which one is actually better, a smoothie or a juice? And the answer is both of them are great because they serve different purposes. The main difference between a juice and a smoothie is that when you make a juice, you remove the pulp, so you remove all the fiber. And the purpose of a juice is to give you instant energy and to give you a highly concentrated dose of all those amazing nutrients. A smoothie, on the other hand, is made using the entire fruit or vegetable, so you're keeping the fiber in. Because of that, the smoothie is actually more filling and it keeps you fuller longer. Smoothies take longer to digest and you absorb the nutrients much slower compared to the juices, but they're not as highly concentrated in nutrients as the juices are. Fully Raw Christina, which I'm sure most of you know, made an amazing video comparing juices and smoothies. I highly recommend you check it out. I'll put a link for you in the description. I absolutely agree with Christina. I don't think one is better than the other. I think both smoothies and juices are great, and that's why I include both of them in my diet. Like I mentioned before, I do make more juices than smoothies. I drink juices about 4 times a week for breakfast, and the rest of the time I will make a smoothie. The reason for that is that feeling that I get after I drink my green juice. I feel lighter, I feel more hydrated, and I just don't feel the same after a smoothie. Let me know, are you team juice or team smoothie in the comments? I'd really love to know. And before I get into the recipes, I'm going to answer the burning question: what to do with the pulp? It can feel very wasteful to just throw it into the garbage. Trust me, I've been there. But there are a few things that you can actually do with it. First of all, you can try passing the pulp through your juicer one more time to extract more juice from it. For me personally, I don't do it because my juicer leaves the pulp really dry, and if I try to juice the pulp again, it barely gives me any juice, maybe like 2 drops. So I don't do it, but all juicers are different. For you, it might make sense to try and do it. Depending on what fruits and vegetables you use for your juice, you can use the pulp for many different recipes. You can use it to make veggie patties, veggie stock, also raw vegan pizza crust. Honestly, there are so many ideas online. If your neighbor happens to have a bunny, you can offer them the fresh pulp. Maybe they're gonna say yes. Or if you're able to compost the pulp, you can definitely do that. And now it's time for me to show you 3 ridiculously easy and delicious juice recipes. In my first What I Eat in a Day video, I showed you a recipe for green juice that I made most of the time for breakfast. So if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link for you in the description. But these 3 juices I make quite often as well because they're up there on my favorite list. So let's get started. The first recipe I'm going to show you is my liquid sunshine juice. All you need is an orange, apple, carrot, and ginger. Go ahead and cut the ingredients so that you can fit them in your juicer. Then simply juice everything. By the way, as always, I already have all the recipes with exact measurements posted on my website for you at fablunch.com. How amazing is this color? Honestly, it makes me happy just by looking at it. This juice is the sweetest out of the 3, and I usually drink it as a treat or when I feel like I need a boost of vitamin C, so it's perfect for the flu season. Next, we're going to prepare my glowing green juice. The ingredients that you will need are cucumber, celery, apple. You could also use a pear if you want, spinach, and lettuce. So again, I cut and prepped all the ingredients first. Now I'm just juicing everything. When juicy leafy greens like spinach, I would definitely recommend gradually adding it to your juicer and alternating it with other ingredients such as apples and cucumbers. This really helps your juicer to keep things moving. This juice is the simplified version of the green juice that I usually drink for breakfast. So this is the magical juice that makes me feel awesome. And finally, I have for you the recipe for my pink power juice. To make it, you will need an apple, carrot, beet, celery, lemon juice, and turmeric. So once you've got your ingredients prepped, juice them like you normally would. And the color of this juice is just ridiculous. The camera definitely does not do it justice. After you're done juicing, as an option, you can add a pinch of turmeric. Turmeric is an amazing ingredient that has many healing properties. It's known to improve liver function, prevent different types of cancer, and brain disease. So here are 3 of my favorite juice recipes. Guys, I honestly cannot get over these colors. Nature is a true artist, isn't it? I definitely cannot pick for the life of me which one is my favorite. So let me know in the comments which one you think is the prettiest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. If so, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you want me to make more juicing related videos, definitely let me know in the comments because I have so many other juicing tips I can give you to make your juicing experience awesome. I hope you're having an amazing day. I love you very much and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!